Okay, welcome. This is the Young Family Tai Chi Section 2 class. And today we are going to work on step back and repulse the monkey. And I have to warn you that it requires pretty much leg strength because you want to keep at the same level. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by reviewing from cross hands all the way to fist under elbow. And then after that, we'll start doing the footwork first for step back repulse monkey. Okay? So I'm going to face the same direction as you. And we're going to start at cross hands. And don't forget, you want your hugging tree shape, so don't collapse your arms. Shift weight to the right. Turn your left foot almost to straight. Separate your hands as you shift weight back. Pull in the right. Swing step. One hand in, one hand out. Shift weight strike. Roll back. Turn over your left palm. Pull up your right. And shift your weight back as you make your roll back hands. Turn 45 degrees to the side. Pull in your right. Attach the left and press out to the corner. Push. Square up to the corner. Flatten your hands. Pull out over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push. Fist under elbow. Shift your weight back. Flatten your hands. Turn and pull. Try to get your right foot to the 12 o'clock. Press down. Release the left. Ward off with the left. And push out with the right. Step out to the corner. Connect. Step right. Pull. Grab. Then pull down. Make your fist. Pivot your left toe. And root. Lift and punch. Okay? So why don't we just try the fist under elbow a couple of times because that was the latest move. And then if you have any questions on that, we'll work on that before we go on to the next move. Okay? So if I'm doing fist under elbow the same direction as you, I'm going to start here. Okay? Then I'm going to shift my weight back, flatten my hands, and this is going to feel a lot like single whip. So you're going to pull, turn your right foot, press down, release the left foot, ward off with the left, and push out with the right. Then step to the corner, connect. Step your right foot, grab. Shift the weight to the right, pivot the left, pull with the left hand, and make your fist. Shift to root the left heel, and lift and punch. So let's do that again a little more smoothly, okay? So we're going to start again from here, and then we're going to come back, pull, turn, press down, ward off left, push right, step, connect, step, grab, pivot, pull, make fist, root, and punch and lift. Okay? Are there any questions on that one? Yes, no? Okay. Uh, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you the next move first, and then we'll break it down into the footwork and the hands. And I'm going to do it first in the direction that you would normally do it. So when we left off after doing fist under elbow, it looked like this. Okay, you had a heel touch on the left, you were lifting up with the left and punching with the right. Okay, step back repulse monkey looks like this. So you see you do 3 of them, and the idea is that you do not go up and down. You try to stay at the same level as you progress backwards. So what it will feel like is a little bit like brush knee backwards, because the hands are a lot like brush knee, but the footwork is backwards. So if we look at your footwork, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror you, okay? So I'm going to do it facing you. So if you imagine that we were doing here, at the end of fist under elbow, okay, you're here. Okay, now just look at your feet. Let me move you. Can you see my feet? Okay. Okay, so I have one foot going that way and this one going straight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to step my toe back. So that's 1. 2 is I'm going to flatten my foot so that this one is going 45 degrees. And 3 is I'm going to pivot on my right heel, and it's going to turn to the straight. So the next one is I put my weight in the back, I step back, basically I put the ball of my foot down. Then I put my heel down, that's 2. And it's facing the corner. And 3 is I turn my front foot so that it's straight. And the third one is just like the first one. So you step back, put the ball of your foot down, then 2, you put your weight in the back, and the foot faces the corner, and 3, you pivot the front foot so that it's straight. The thing that you want to avoid is you do not want to cross your feet. If you cross your feet, you will lose your balance. For many people, it's hard enough to keep your balance as is, but it gets much worse if you cross your feet. So if you, let's see, we're starting this way. Okay. So when you're here, I know it's hard for you to see, but I have one foot straight and one foot to the corner. So this is a standard heel touch empty stance. When I step back, I find that for many beginners, it's easier if you think of the line that's being made by your 45-degree foot. And if you extend that, just put your ball of your foot on that line. In other words, pretend that you had this line that went back and just put your foot, the ball of your foot there. And then when you turn it so that it's 45, you'll find that you'll have one line, two sides. Okay? So let's try that. So you were at here, and what you do is you put all the weight on the right, and you step back and put your toe down. Then you put your weight down, you put your heel down, and transfer your weight to the back, and then turn the front foot so that it's now straight. So now you have 1 foot 45 and 1 foot straight. It's just the opposite way. Okay? And if you do it again, you put your all the weight on 1 foot, put your toe down, put your heel down, transfer the weight to the back, turn your foot. Step back, put your heel down, turn your foot. Now it's easier if you also turn your body, because what happens is that when you were here at your empty stance, your torso was facing here. When you step back, if you move your torso more front, that will be easier. And as you step down, and when you turn your foot, turn your torso at the same time. So if you turn your torso at the same time, what happens is your torso essentially helps bring your foot around. And that will help your balance. Okay? So let's try that again. So if you were starting from here, okay, so your left foot is forward, then, and this one is 45 degrees, step your toe back, put your foot down, turn your toe, and you're facing that way. Step your foot back, heel down, and weight toward the back, turn your toe. Step back, heel down, face forward, turn your toe. I'm going to show you the hands, and I think that when you put the hands and the feet together, it will make more sense. Okay, so what happened was that when you started, you had your hands up like this, okay? And what's going to happen is that this hand is going to open, and it's going to swing. Just like brush knee, right? Do you remember in brush knee you had this kind of swinging motion? And so you have one hand lifting, one fist. So the left hand, your right hand, you're going to swing. You're going to come to in front of your shoulder, just like brush knee, and you're going to strike. And your striking part is the bottom of your palm, just like brush knee. So if you were doing this, open your palm, swing, Palm comes to the shoulder and strike. Okay? So let's do that a couple more times and then we'll do the other hand. Okay? So you had your fist, then you open your fist, you swing, and then you come to your shoulder, and then you strike out from your shoulder. Okay? One more time. You had your fist, open palm, swing, come to the shoulder, and strike. Now, the other hand is the lifting hand. So what you do with the lifting hand is you just bring it forward. Okay? So you bring it forward, and then it will be its turn to swing, come in, and strike. So the way this will work is when you're here is you have swing as you open this hand. This hand stays the same as you come in. And then when you strike, this hand comes to your hip crease, palm up. Okay? And your next one is you turn this one over and swing. And this comes to your shoulder. And you strike. Okay? So the front hand turns over and the other hand swings. Then it comes to the shoulder. Then one hand strikes and the other one goes to the hip crease. Palm up on the bottom one. Okay? So turn the front hand over, swing the other hand. Then comes to the shoulder, strike, and pull to the hip crease. Turn over the front hand and swing. Hand comes to the shoulder and strike as you pull into the hip crease. Okay, turn over the front, swing, come to the shoulder, and then strike and close the hip crease. Turn over the front hand as you swing. Come to the shoulder, and then strike and come to the hip crease. So it's one hand in, one hand out. Okay? And remember, your striking hand, the striking energy point is at the bottom of your palm. So you have this slightly slanted, not totally flat, slightly slanted look, so that you can have that as your energy point. Okay? So now, if you were to put it all together, so if I am mirroring you, okay, you did your punch, you had your lifting hand, okay, so now what happens is you release this hand and step. That's one. Two, flatten your foot as you bring your hand to your shoulder. And three, pivot the front foot as you strike. So the next one, turn over your front hand as you swing and step. So this is a swing step, just like a brush knee. Then flatten your foot, hand comes to the shoulder. Pivot, strike. Now you notice with the pivot strike, I'm turning my body. So you're using that waist turn in order to get the energy out to your energy point. Okay? So let's do one more. You're turning your hand, swing, step. Flatten your foot and your hand comes to the shoulder. Then turn, strike. So the thing that's slightly difficult is that you do not want to cross your footwork, but you can't really see that well because you're stepping backwards. So it's just going to take a little practice. You're going to have to look down, when you start so that you make sure that you get your footwork right. And when you shift weight, so what happens here is that you're here. When you're turning and swinging and stepping, what happens is that your weight is on this foot, the foot that used to be the back foot, okay? And it's bent. So if I do this sideways so you can see, and I'll do it the actual way, so it'll be punching with the right and lifting with the left. So when I'm coming back here, can you see that this foot is still bent? See? And then as I flatten the back one, I'm shifting weight back and then turning. So if you look at my shoulders, I am at the same height as I'm going back. All of the height difference is absorbed in my legs. Can you see that? It's harder to see when it's straight on, but if you're looking, if I do it from the side, you can see better that I'm at the same level, and that's what you want to do. So what you want to do then is to absorb it in your legs. So when you're here and you come out, your leg is still bent. And then you're basically gradually shifting your weight back and turning. So you're stepping. Can you see that? So that is the trick, is don't cross your footwork, and make sure that your weight is even as you're coming back. Okay? So let's do that a few more times because this is going to take a little practice. Okay? So I'm going to mirror you once again, and I'm going to do it toward you so that, okay? So you're punching with the right, lifting with the left, okay? Then, as you step back, you're going to swing, step. Swing, step. Flatten your foot, hand comes to the shoulder. All the weight goes to the back. Turn your foot. And this comes to your hip crease with your palm up. The other thing that you have to be careful about is that there's a great temptation when you're coming here to open too much. Okay? You want to keep that rounded shape. So when you come back, you're only coming back to here. You're not coming back to here. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? So when I'm here and I'm coming here, I'm here. I'm not here. So my hand is in front of my shoulder so that I can strike straight out. Okay, so keep your alignment um, in the proper direction, because otherwise it's hard for your energy to go from your feet out your hand. Okay, so let's do it. Excuse me. So let's do it here. Okay, so you're here. Swing, step, flatten your foot, come into the shoulder. Strike and turn the front foot. Then swing, step, flatten your foot, strike. Swing, step, flatten your foot, and strike. So it's like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do that a couple more times, okay? So you're here. Then, let's see. I was here, so it's here. Okay. Okay, so swing, step, flatten your foot, turn. Okay. Am I doing this right? Okay, here. Here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, swing, step. Flatten your foot, hand comes to the shoulder, and strike. Swing, step. Flatten your foot, hand comes to the shoulder, strike. Swing, step. Flatten your foot, hand comes to the shoulder, strike. The foot orientation also makes a difference because you want your front foot to be facing straight and your back foot to be facing 45 degrees. So what happens is if you, um, so let's see, how was I doing here? Okay, so what happens is if you step and then you, instead of making 45 degrees, you make it like this. In other words, too much of an angle. Instead of like this, you make it like almost 90 degrees. What happens then is it's very hard for you to get your next step because when you come around to stepping back, then you don't have a good root on the last from which to make your step back. So make sure that you're 45 degrees and straight. The same problem happens with the straight, by the way, because if you make too much here, then it's hard also for you to step back. So you have to be careful not only with the landing of your step, but also in the final position. So let's try that again. So we're here, and we're swing. Let's see. Am I here? No, I'm here. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're here. We're going to do swing, step. Then flatten your foot, hand comes to the shoulder. Then turn and strike. Okay? Swing, step. Flatten your foot. Turn and strike. So you turn your torso and your front foot. Swing, step. Flatten foot. Turn and strike. So let's do that again. So we're, let's see, right here. Okay. We're here. Okay. Swing, step. Flatten foot. Hand comes to the shoulder. Turn and strike. Swing, step. Flatten foot. Hand comes to the shoulder. Turn and strike. Swing, step. Flatten foot. Turn and strike. Okay? Again. Here. Swing, step. Flatten foot. Hand comes to the shoulder. Turn and strike. Swing, step. Flatten foot, hand comes to the shoulder. Turn and strike. Swing, step. Flatten foot, hand comes to the shoulder. Turn and strike. So how do you feel about that? It's just takes practice, right? But once you get the coordination, you can just keep doing it across the room, and it'll feel much easier as you do it more. It's kind of like brush knee, you know. When you do a lot of brush knees, it feels easier. Um, the things to be careful about: don't open too much. You know, you when you did brush knee, you went to the corner, and the reason you could go to the corner is because your body turned. Your hand actually did not go any farther. So in this move, you are not turning to the corner in order to do that swing. So as a result, you're not going as far. And the other thing is your gaze in this one is always forward. So when you did brush knee, you looked to the corner, right? When you did your swing set, you looked to the corner and then came forward. This one, you stay looking forward. So you do not look to the corner, so you don't go as far. Okay? So you swing, you come to the shoulder just like brush knee, and then you move forward. Okay? And this one, also, you move with your body because your body turns when you do the moving backwards. So let's do it a couple more times, and then we'll do it from the beginning so that you get everything all together. Okay? So I'm once again going to mirror you. Okay, so I'm this way. Okay, so we're going to swing, step. Flatten your foot, hand comes to the shoulder. Turn and strike. Swing, step. Flatten your foot, hand comes to the shoulder. Turn and strike. Swing, step. Hand comes to the shoulder, flatten your foot. Turn and strike. Okay? Again. Let's see. Which way is that? This way. Okay. Swing, step. Flatten foot, hand comes to the shoulder. Shift weight, strike. Swing, step. Hand comes to the shoulder as you flatten your foot. Shift weight, strike. Swing, step. Hand comes to the shoulder. Shift weight, strike. Okay, I'm going to do it from the position you would be doing it if you were following me. So if I had started here at 12 o'clock, then I would be here. Okay, so we would be doing swing, step, flatten foot, shift weight, strike. Swing, step, flatten foot, shift weight, strike. Swing, step, flatten foot, shift weight, strike. Okay? So let's do it from cross hands. Okay? So I'm going to turn around and I'll do it the same direction as you. So here, we're at cross hands. Shift to the right. Turn your left foot almost to straight. Shift the left. Open your hands. Pull back the right foot. Swing, step. One hand in, one hand out. Shift weight, strike. Roll back. Turn over the left. Pull up the right. Make your roll back shape as you shift back and turn 45 degrees. Press. Pull in the right. Attach the left. Expand to the corner. Push. Square up to the corner. Flatten your hands. Come back over a ball. Hands in front of your chest and push. Fist under elbow. Move your weight back. Flatten your hands. Pull and turn. Then push down. Release the left foot. Ward off with the left hand. Push out with the right. Step to the corner. Connect. Step right. Grab. Pivot. Pull down and make your fist. Root the left heel and punch and lift. Step back and repulse monkey. Swing, step. Flatten your foot. Pull into hand to the shoulder. Strike. Swing, step. Hand comes in, flatten your foot, turn and strike. Swing, step. Flatten your foot, pivot, strike. How did that feel? Good. Yes? Do you have questions? Okay. So let's do it a couple more times and then we'll close class. Okay? So I'm going to turn around again and we'll do the whole thing from cross hands. Cross hands. Shift right. Turn the left foot almost to straight. Shift weight back. Separate hands. Pull in your right foot. Swing, step. One hand in, one hand out. Shift weight, strike. Roll back. Turn over the left, pull up the right. Make your roll back shape as you shift weight back. Turn 45 degrees to the left. Press. Pull in the right. Attach the left. Expand to the corner. Push. Square to the corner. Flatten your hands. Pull over a ball. Hands are in front of your chest and push. Fist under elbow. Shift weight back. Flatten your hands. Pull and turn all the way around. Press down. Release the left foot. Ward off with the left hand. Push out with the right. Step to the corner and connect. Step with the right and grab. Pivot. Pull down. Make your fist. Root the left heel. Lift and punch. Step back and repulse the monkey. Swing, step. Flatten your foot. Hand comes to the shoulder. Shift weight. Strike. Swing, step. Flatten foot. Hand comes to the shoulder. Shift weight. Strike. Swing, step. Hand comes to the shoulder. Flatten foot. Shift weight. Strike. Looks pretty good to me, for those of the people that I saw. Are there any questions? So the thing that we need to practice is, of course, the going backwards. But I think that with practice, you'll find that it's actually a rather rhythmic move. So it's kind of nice. So let's do one more time and then we'll close class. Okay? So, cross hands. Shift right. Turn the left foot almost straight. Shift weight back and separate your hands. Pull in the right foot. Swing, step. One hand in, one hand out. Shift weight, strike. Roll back. Turn over the left, pull up the right. Make your roll back shape and shift your weight back. Turn 45 degrees to the side. Press. Pull back the right, attach the left, and expand forward. Push. Square up to the corner. Flatten your hands. Pull back over a ball. Hands in front of your chest and push. Fist under elbow. Shift your weight back. Flatten your hands. Pull and turn. Try to get your foot to 12 o'clock, press down, release the left foot, ward off with the left hand, push out with the right. Step to the corner and connect. Step right and grab. Shift weight to the right, pivot the left foot, pull, and make your fist. Root the left heel, lift and punch. Step back and repulse the monkey. 1. Swing, step. Flatten foot, turn and strike. 2. Swing, step. Flatten foot, turn and strike. 3. Swing, step. Flatten foot, turn and strike. Okay? How did that feel? Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining me for class. Are there any questions? Would you like to do one more time? We could do one more time since we have a little bit of time. Yes? Okay. Let's do it one more time. Cross hands. Shift right. Turn the left foot almost to straight. Shift weight back. Separate your hands. Pull in your right foot. Swing, step. One hand in, one hand out. Shift weight, strike. Roll back. Turn over your right hand. Pull up your left. Turn over your left hand. Pull up your right. Make your roll back shape and turn 45 degrees to the side. Press. Pull in the right. Attach the left. Expand forward to the corner. Push. Square up to the corner. Flatten your hands. Roll over a ball. Hands in front of your chest and push to shoulder level. Fist under elbow. Shift weight back. Flatten your hands. Pull and turn. All the way around. Flatten your, push down. Release the left foot. Ward off with the left. Push out with the right. Step to the corner. Connect. Step right. Grab. Pivot the left foot. Pull down. Make your fist. Root the left heel. Lift up. Punch. Step back and repulse the monkey. Swing, step. Flatten your foot, hands to the shoulder, and turn and strike. 2. Swing, step. Flatten your foot, hand to the shoulder, turn and strike. 3. Swing, step. Flatten your foot, hand to the shoulder, turn and strike. Okay? Well, thank you very much for joining me for class. And I will see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rita.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rita.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just have to work on that coordination.
Yeah, that's the trick.